Welcome back, everyone, to another episode of 7 Days to Die. So, it's officially Hoard Day. We know this because it's day 7. The game is called 7 Days to Die. So, that being said, we will be fighting the Horde tonight. Now, we're obviously not going to do that at our main base because we don't want our base to get fucking floored. So, we're going to spend most of the day today preparing, getting ready, and crafting med kits and doing whatever we possibly can to prepare for this Horde tonight. The hell are you smacking this car for? So, that being said, we're going to need to build a Horde base. Now, a Horde base can be a couple different things, but I think that we're going to opt for a tightrope base over some water. I think that that would be the smartest play here. So, I'm going to go off camera for a little bit, build some things, and then we're going to go to our Horde base spot. So, see you guys then. Alright, so we finally arrived over here at the Horde base. I crafted a whole bunch of cobblestone blocks. I don't think we'll need as many of these, so we'll use whatever we don't use back on our base. But we're basically going to go down here and build a platform above the water, and then create a tightrope going across, so that when zombies try to jump from one spot to the other, they fall into the water, then they have to go back around. The entire time I can pelt them with arrows. There's a pack of dogs here. I saw them running in while I was building my pillars. We'll kill these bitches for their XP. Bad idea. Bad idea. I've never seen anything like that. That must be new. There was a pack of like 15 dogs. Holy. Well, back to building. I'm going to run home, grab some honey, and treat this infection real quick as well. Well, I did run out of blocks at one point, but the base is finally completed. Just before Horde night, too. So basically, the zombies will have to come up here. Then they'll have to tightrope across these up to here, and over to here. I did manage to get a robot turret earlier. So, and then once they're here, I can kill them with bow and arrow along the way, or guns or whatever. So, it looks like we are ready for Horde night, which should start here in just a moment. I'm hoping that this base works. I don't know if it's going to work after the update, but oh, and if you're wondering about this, because I did cut it just after I was jumping down there, zombies can't jump up like this. Basically, I come up here, I jump up here, then I leap across to here. And that's how I get up to my area to keep me safe. And I just got these. First one I saw, just keep me safe. Okay, so Horde's going to start in just a second. I'm going to block myself in here. No. Yeah, I should. I don't really want to. No, I'm not going to. Grab my pistol. Repair it. And the horde is started. Now there should only be like 6 or 8 enemies at a time. Why are they hitting that? I'm gonna bust this down. I think their pathing is telling them to break it down. There we go. Seems like there might be some issues with zombie pathing. Seems to me that it's quite a bit different. Oh no. Okay, so this horde base design will not work then, because for some reason maybe those triangles are the issue right there. The water is stopping them from enacting in rage mode, but I think that the problem is with those guys right there. I don't think that they see this as a viable pathway. They're back to smacking. Yeah, for whatever reason, they just do not like. They do not like this area for whatever reason. Dick shot. Whoop. You fell anyway, it doesn't matter. But imagine this concept with like turrets and what I like to do, my favorite thing to do is to build a box out of reinforced steel. And then I'll have a garage door. And then basically what'll happen is I can lower the garage door and they'll all start piling up and smacking it. And then I'll have a grenade tube. So I can lob grenades down. And basically throw them down a tube, they'll roll down and into the room and explode shortly after. And what that does is it prevents them, it'll basically clump them up and kill them all at one time. Now obviously you can't just keep down the garage door the entire time because it'll eventually break. However, you can put it down for like a couple seconds so you hear like 10 of them there, lob a grenade, and then you can have a couple different corridors of that. I think I have one more honey left and a couple antibiotics though, so we should be fine. But yeah, basically the point of this is to funnel them towards you. Bop them. But we don't have much left on this first horde. First horde, if you're prepared for it, is always super easy. But if you're not prepared for it, then it's not good. Because I remember I didn't realize how bad the first horde was going to be. And I had a wooden base that I stayed in. And they broke down the entire base on the very first horde. And then you're back to square one. But that's why I don't do this at my main base, because if I did this at my main base, they would most definitely be breaking through. Because the entire point of this base is to keep them from smacking it. They have to come to me, pass these tight ropes, and late in the game, when I actually devote a bunch of time to building one of these, it'll start over there and end over there. Well, not quite. It'll basically start here and then end somewhere up there. But it'll have a lot of traps, because I always update my settings late game to have 64 active zombies during Horde, so I can get as much loot from hordes as possible. about to start sprinting now. What the shit? Oh, she doesn't have a leg. Let's see how she interacts with this. Not very well. But yeah, I see 3 loot bags down there. But during a late game horde with 64 zombies, you actually have turrets and traps set up to prevent them from staying alive. Then you might end up with, you know, 50, 60 yellow bags and like 10, 20 blue bags. And then typically, in a horde night, you can complete it without getting hit at all. But the horde ends in an hour-and-a-half game time, so probably another 3-4 minutes. Oh, you're finally back. She's gonna fail on the first fucking one. There's actually another method that you can use. It's much more expensive. But if you're late game, it doesn't really matter because you can craft everything you need. But basically what you do is you have a whole bunch of reinforced hatches, like the vault hatches, and then you place them up like a staircase, and then they'll jump up them, and then when like one reaches the top, there could be a tripwire or a motion sensor or something, and then you have a wire going to all of them, and it will open all of them, which will cause everyone that's on them to fall down into a water pit beneath. And the reason why you want it to be water, you know, you might think, oh well, why not make it iron so that they take fall damage? No, you don't want to do that because zombies have a secret AI trick to them. Hey, yo, chill out. Zombies have a secret AI trick to them, where if they fall more than 20 blocks, they can enter something called rage mode, where they have basically a 10% chance that they will, instead of continuing to try to hunt down the player, they'll just fall, ignore the player, and start smacking blocks, which you do not want in your horde base, because, you know, it might not be a problem for the first horde or even the second horde, but once your blocks get down to like a quarter health from zombies smacking them, you're talking about a critical failure where your entire base could collapse. So what the water does is, you know, I might have a straggler that might smack a block or two here or there, but that's way different than sitting here for the entirety of Horde Night and having, you know, 10 or 20 or even 30 zombies down there smacking blocks. Because 10% chance isn't a lot, but when you have something like this where the same zombie falls, you know, 20 times, it's basically guaranteed that that zombie that falls and falls and falls will enter rage mode. But you can counter that by placing your base over top of water, like I did here. Because I guarantee you, I would have had him smacking these if it weren't for... My thing's out of ammo. If it weren't for the water. Now, them smacking it at the start, that is different. That's much different. Because that was just due to a pathing thing. They just don't like this area for whatever reason. Because zombies will always take the path of least resistance, which is why your supports or any critical blocks should always be made out of a higher durability than your not important blocks. So, like, your supports, your critical walls that you do not want them to hit, or your, like, player area, 3 out of the 4 walls on your player area, including the floor and the roof, should all be made out of reinforced steel, and the rest should all be made out of concrete. Because you want to, you're like your main wall, you think, oh, we should make that out of reinforced steel. No, your killing wall should be made out of concrete. Because if you make it out of reinforced steel, there's no chances that they'll path to that. And breaking out and replacing reinforced steel is a bitch. It is a bitch. So, see, I got one dude down there smacking, but he got uninterested. So we smacked it a couple times and then moved on. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, that is the end of our Hoard night. So thank you all so much for watching. I know that this probably wasn't the most exciting Hoard night, but there's going to be plenty more. So thank you all so much for watching. Hope you have a wonderful day. Check out the next episode. See you guys. Thank you all so much for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you could please leave a like and subscribe, I'd highly appreciate that, as it would help me out a ton. You could also turn on post notifications if you'd like to know every time I upload a video. If you'd like to keep watching, there's a video on screen for you now. Have a great day, y'all.